are going to jump. But the president says it's all in your old head. It's just in your guy's head. I don't know, don't be worried. I'm actually looking at the bust the bailouts interactive graph. I love it. Missouri residents, 39.96% this year, average increase of 23%. So they were actually rounding down. That's huge. That's absolutely huge. So when the president says, well, there are only a few people, really? Because I'm looking at the whole damn
screen went dark.
Missouri,
screen went dark. Screen went dark.
One state.
I can know of the screen.
That's insane.
Still recording? Still recording?
That's a lot more than
because the screen went dark.
People.
When I review this.
I'm looking at this.
The screen went dark.
That's
Still recording?
Just some people. Now this idea that somehow it's going to continue to get worse as it was designed to. I told you that it was designed to get worse. Now, as we move towards the election, CBS News had the report about intel agencies that are alerting law enforcement in 3 states, Texas, Virginia, and New York, for the potential of al-Qaeda attacks on Monday in an attempt to perhaps disrupt the election or wreak havoc on the political process. Texas seems like a bit of a surprise, but New York and Virginia apparently have been reported about for a while. No specific locations mentioned, says CBS. Authorities are taking the threat seriously. The intel is still being assessed. Credibility hasn't been confirmed. So I don't want to drudge report siren and have all this other crazy stuff on there. And counterterrorism officials were alerted to the threat out of abundance of caution. So Reuters reports that federal and state authorities are beefing up cyber defenses. And Ohio, Pennsylvania, Arizona, Wisconsin, and Florida told Reuters that they were not boosting election-related law enforcement personnel or resources beyond what they did in 2012. There's just no context. There's no specifics. They said there was no location that was given. Like they just beyond the states, beyond those individual states. The CBS says that it's customary for chatter to increase
11:44.
Before actually
Screen
a holiday or if it's an election or anything that acts as like this public relations coup for a terrorist organization. So just be
Delta Kilo Gamma 216 Alaska Plains.
I'm gonna tell you something because it's a fly on Monday. I see something going out. It's not going to happen on a plane. I've said this before, and I've talked about it quite frequently. If there's something that happens involving air travel, it'll be at the security at the airport. Because the way that we do our security is the stupidest thing in the world. You have this tiny choke point where you have all these completely helpless people. They're totally unarmed. They're standing right there in line after line after line after line, sometimes for an hour or 2 hours. TSA is going purposely slow because they're trying to shame the government and giving them more money right now. So they're purposely dragging their feet and making everything last longer. And that's a fact. And to even go more into that, American Airlines at the DFW airport, they sent down special American Airlines monitors to babysit TSA and to make sure that they were moving people in at an adequate pace because so many damn people were missing their flights because TSA was taking so long. I can't tell you how many times I've been through DFW and I've seen those American Airlines monitors. But you have these choke points, and where are the choke points always located? They're right there at the damn front of the airport, are they not? They're right at the front of the airport where you have these long choke points and you have these people who are in all these, there's a crowd of people. There's always this just big mass of people right there where somebody could drive something in or somebody could just walk something through. Someone could walk through and mow people down. They could walk through with an explosive because there are zero checkpoints before it. You could have somebody pull a car up, they could get out, and they could just bum rush the front of that airport, and there is nothing that's going to stop them. No one that is going to stop them. That is it. It's not going to happen with a plane in transit because people don't play that anymore. There was somebody, one of my friends was telling me, there was a guy recently that was saying that there was this report of some man who was getting weird and threatening stuff, and passengers attacked him, duct taped him to the seat. People won't play with that on a plane. But the thing is, and when you look at the security at the front of the airport, there's always inadequate security. I am nervous every time I walk into an airport because I see that there's inadequate security, and all the lines are right there by the doors. That's where all the check-in is, and security, except with the exception of a couple of airports. It's right there in the front. In St. Louis, at Lambert, it's right there in the front. DFW, right there in the front. Now, some like Denver, it's not right there in the front. LAX, I mean, you check in, but you go upstairs and you go in. So there's, it's a little bit different. Phoenix Sky Harbor is a little bit further down into the airport. But, I mean, for the most part, a lot of airports, it's right up there in the front. LaGuardia, right up there in the front. And they don't have enough manpower there to push anything back. I mean, that's what's terrifying. So if there's something that would happen, it's not going to be on an airplane in transit. Also, malls. Think about malls. All these damn gun-free zones. My mom was in town recently. Here's something if you guys don't want to go to a gun-free zone. And she likes the salads that they have at the Cheesecake Factory, right? So we were going to take her to the Cheesecake Factory before she had to go and catch her flight. And walk up, and in Texas in Texas, if you're going to make something a gun-free zone, it has to be a specific signage, it has to have particular verbiage, and you have not only concealed carry, but you have open carry. So if you're trying to ban concealed carry, ban open carry, you would have to put up, and this is what they legit named it, you would have to put up a 30-07 sign. And so you would have the 30-06 sign and the 30